Quickly, the summit is starting.
I don't give a rat's ass about the summit, but finding Jarak.
Jarak? He's called Jarak?
No balls Jarak. Yeah, there are rumors. Apparently he was banished by Lisril and he's back for revenge.
If he stole the scepter, it must be so he could get into the summit.
Under which skin? I'll go find who Jarak has taken the form of, and when I find him, you'll help me to corner him.
After the summit?
During.
During? But that would be suicide.
Oh, there are things way more suicidal than that. Owing me something, for example. The elves around about may have spotted something unusual. Let's bend an ear and see if we can learn something.
Alright, now that everybody's done talking, we can start with our commentary. Welcome back to Styx Shards of Darkness, everybody. Well, a little bit of preamble here. We will first pick up a few skills, and we want to go into perception. Why is that? Because there are some good skills in here which will help us to avoid getting detected and get more skill points along the way. Well, stealth game, perception, and stealth, those are the skills we want to prioritize, so that's what we do. Sense of smell, we can smell people and have a little fart cloud where they walked along. Just really quickly what that is. Focus, we can now hear enemy through walls with a slight visual as soon as we activate Amber Vision. And Thief Senses, which makes Styx grumble when items are nearby. Okay. Slight preamble. I have played this level already. I don't know which of you have seen my community post, but the thing is, I already played this level, I lost the video footage, I need to record it again. So this is why I already know what is going on in this level. But I still wanted to record it and not just record it over my already existing voiceover. So we will try and approach this level one more time to give you the full experience on what is going on.
These elves are as tight-assed as a virgin in a barracks dorm. But if they've seen something, they'll be talking about it. My best chance for now is to eavesdrop on their conversations.
Yep, so we will spy on these friends.
That we ran into before. He had a strange look about him.
Yes, his bearing was very erect for a human.
Yet the human race is the most shapeless and undisciplined of them all.
So, Jarak has stolen the identity of an ambassador. Well, that helps my investigation. And fucking shapeshifter has expensive tastes.
Yeah, this is the second time Jarak has impersonated an ambassador. We had the first situation with Ambassador Arcidi back on the airship where he tried to drop us off and kill us by throwing us out of a window. And ever since then we have a little revenge quest going on to get Jarak very acquainted with the pointy end of our dagger. So, now that we know that he's impersonating an ambassador, we just have to find out which ambassador, because all races are gathered here to listen to the High Elf Queen Lisril and to find out where the plot is going next. So what we need to do now is to maneuver across the level and to find out more clues on who exactly Jarak is in the skin of right now. Maybe we can find a corpse or somebody's talking about it. We will see. Thing is though, these guards are so incredibly heavily armored and so mean that they kill us in a single swing. So we need to be stealthier about this and we cannot get spotted, otherwise the quest will immediately fail. So we'll do a Star Wars and take the high ground to not get seen and have the advantage on every little occasion. And also, I decided to keep the momentum of the playthrough going a little bit more by still going for a few items. There you heard the little he does when items are nearby, which is still incredibly weird because, I mean, he's a thief slash assassin, and making noise when items are nearby is like the least stealthy thing you could do. But I still want to try and get some of the tokens for better skill points, but I will no longer try to get every single thing in every level, because that shit simply takes too long. So, I'll try to get 10 coins at minimum. If we can pick up more along the way, that's good, but 20, it's not in the cards for me anymore.
Catfish clan disappeared for almost a whole day.
One of the catfish clan disappears for a whole day, and then reappears as if nothing has happened. These dark elves are so cocky they'll swallow any old crap that's served up to them. But it takes more than that to fool me. This stinks of Jarak. Let's see what more I can find out around here. Perfect. Now I know the clan and the rank of the man Jarak is
Yoink.
impersonating. All I gotta do is go and whisper this news to the big lady, and she'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, and this is another thing. Jarak has taken the form of an ambassador from the Catfish clan. Let that sink in, guys. The shapeshifter who pretends to be someone else is literally taking the form of somebody from the Catfish clan. Like, come on, that is so on the nose. You couldn't write it any more obvious if you would try to. But, I mean, Styx has been fourth wall breaking and critiquing the convenience of the writing in the last episode. So now I actually have to agree with him. That shit is nuts. That they are like, yeah, let's do that. Let's take the shapeshifter the form of somebody from the Catfish clan. And basically catfish everybody else. Okay, so we got a large room with some goodies down there, but luckily there's nobody here. So we can actually stand up, we don't need to sneak around here. Okay, there was somebody sighing out there that had me scared for a second. Because the elves have incredibly high perception and they see you incredibly quickly. Let's see, is there anything here in the nook? Well, ominous glowing wall, but besides that there's nothing there. So we will just go back out and leave the steam footbath area or whatever this is supposed to be. Okay, now we start to sneak again. Honestly, I like the artistry of this area though. Very, very ominous overall. But also very bright. Ah, yeah, you go and slurp that. I will take that vial of life from your belt. Yeah, take the gulp, the big gulp of water or whatever it is that you're drinking there. Okay. And here you can see, visualize the little fart cloud they now leave behind to see what routes the people are taking and the little echo of the footsteps on the ground there. Just to help us perceiving where people are moving through. Okay, so we go back in here now because we need to meet up with Haledrin. But first we'll make sure we are not getting seen by that guard there. Because now we need to let Haledrin know who Jarak has taken the form of. Okay, there are people there, but they are maneuvering away from me. So I have enough time to move around here and be safe. Oh, it's really bright. So yeah, this skill actually helpful sometimes if you don't see things out of the corner of your eye. But it's kind of jarring to hear him go every once in a while. Okay, yeah, we need to be careful. This is what I mean, like you delete a torch a couple of meters away and the guards are like, what was that? We should go check that out. But in general, it's bullshit. Like the elves with their stupid heightened senses, it's really annoying to deal with that. But we'll take that amber. And I believe now we are actually back in the center where we started with the cutscene. So, funny enough, you need to return to the beginning to get to tell Heledrin who Jarek has taken the form of. Which is a little weird, because where is she actually? Like, you see all these guards Heledrin has taken the form of. Could have been her, like, just judging by the armor. But turns out that we need to go right back to the beginning where we started here and just move into this air shaft. And now we can spy on the political high powers here.
Lousy. No grog, no grub. This room is gloomy. Your high priestess does not treat her guests well.
It is forbidden to blaspheme our high priestess, dwarf. It is an exceptional honor.
And the game has dwarves.
Fruit,
That's actually
seeds,
pretty
water,
cool.
And cockrobies? Somewhat paltry for prestigious guests.
You.
Okay, we could stand here and listen to them yap and bitch to each other, but we will just trigger the conversation here.
You have all received a scepter, but its true power lies inside this quartz.
Oh yeah, and there's the first orc. They also exist. He looks melty.
So, Barryman, you're afraid of a little goblin. Barryman?
The ultimate weapon against the green flame is now a reality. We give you the quartz. You give us the goblins that you capture with it. And we give you gold in return.
Stay seated for the moment. One day you will bend a knee to humans. Now it's your turn, Heledrin.
Sir, you are asked for outside.
I'm busy.
It's important, Jarak.
Yeah, she blew it.
Jarak.
Shape-shifting bastard got totally fucked over by his cousins. I'm loving it. By following these traces of blood, I should be able to track him. I'll get him to spit out everything he knows about the source of this fucking quartz. And then he will discover what happens to those who cross Styx.
Yeah, basically now the entire area is on high alert because Heledrin couldn't wait and had Jarek expose himself. But I want to get into that room to get that coin that is lying there. And now they're all patrolling and we need to follow Jarek's blood trail so that we can track him down. But now we have 10 tokens collected, which is enough for me to let us leave the level, and I hope I do not get spotted here, because that shit can happen more easily than you think. Like, these guys are all on high alert now, so we need to be careful not to get seen because they will immediately one-shot us. So let's see where the blood trail leads. And yeah, when you when you do amber vision, the blood turns white. I don't know who directed this decision, but I find it hilarious. It's like he had so much fun, he was so excited walking away, that he just shoot his goo all over the place. Like, look at this. He's just like splooching all over the place. I mean, it's for high visibility and contrast reasons, of course, but I love that decision. Just like, yeah, he just couldn't hold it in and he just had to blast it all over the place while trying to flee. Also, it's an excruciating amount of blood for being shot by a single dart into the arm. But I still find that extremely hilarious. Yeah, and we need to follow the blood trail, and so we need to find out where Jarek has escaped to. And after we find him, we will make him bleed even more. Oh yeah, and also the thing about the quartz. Because we want to avoid getting manipulated so heavily that we run into a spear. Because basically, as I mentioned in the last episode, every goblin stems from Styx originally, so that shit works on us as well, even if not by that much. So down there's the little happy trail of Jarek, and we need to see where that leads if I can avoid clinging to every surface.
They're as stupid as Rakash if they think that the locked door can stop Jarek.
Lead us here. He cannot have come this way, Castasil. This door is double locked.
We must have missed something. Let us recheck the trail of his rancid blood.
Yeah, of course, he could not have gotten through that door. It's impossible. Like, where else would the blood lead? But okay, we will go through here and find Jarek.
These are as stupid as Rak.
Well, well. I didn't think you'd follow me this far.
See? I got a few tricks too. Now where's the quartz?
You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into.
Now you just tell me where the quartz is, or my knife gets into you.
Fine. In the mines, in the subterranean levels of the
Find
city.
the outcast. Jarek came this way.
Yeah, finally we get one over on him.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Later, bitch! And that's it. This chapter goes by really quick, but we got good amount of tokens, and I mean 15 skill points for getting 10 tokens over 2 parts is still enough. So I hope you liked the pace of getting through the chapters a little bit more quickly.
Whoa, this is good quartz, man. I'm gonna need a lot more of that. The quartz scepters that Lysril is about to share with the other races might be powerful, but they don't vibrate with as much energy as the medallion worn by Jarek.
You know, it's so weird that he can simply say that even though he has not touched a scepter with that big rock. But he just knows for some reason. We will pick up that amber. And now, for those of you who've been paying attention in the skill trees, we now have 1 pure quartz available. So we can use that to unlock the final skill, 1 of 2, in the perception skill tree. And we will take greed over goblin instinct, because that lets us spot all of the tokens immediately through any architecture. We can just immediately see where all of these things are, which is good to just quickly gather them without looking for them for a long time. So we'll take greed, and those I will maybe pick up along the way. Those aren't as useful, but we'll see about that. Also, I find it hilarious that the first instinct Styx has when he gets his hand on a new magical resource is to grind it down and consume it. He's just the drug overlord of video games. First, he's addicted to amber, and then he's like, yeah, more magic rocks! Grind it down and consume it and just feel unlimited power! And now we need to find more of that, because your boy needs his magic rocks. So let's talk to Eledrin.
I expected a war or an economic alliance, but not that.
Yep, looks like you're gonna have to get a new job.
Why has Lisril asked the other races to bring the goblins back to her, alive?
You know something? I really don't give a shit. Tell you what, while you consider your career options, I'm gonna take a look around those mines. I got to get my hands on some of that pure quartz. And you better be here when I get back. Don't forget, you owe me.
Yeah, you know, I can immediately think of 2 reasons why she would want to have all the goblins. Basically, cheap labor, if they can be completely mind-controlled, or just cannon fodder.
Shit, it's a real mess with all these different kinds of quartz. The quartz in
that's a little bit precarious.
Is a kind of receptacle that is briefly charged with energy. The one Jarak had, it was like the very essence of that energy. Let's call it pure quartz. It's that pure quartz I need.
Dude, he's so on that shit already. He's like the biggest drug addict in video game history. At least from what I know so far. So we'll leave the zone and go into the mines to find more quartz for our little green drug addicted friend. But that is gonna be it for this episode today. I hope you enjoyed it so far. I tried to reenact it as closely as possible from the last time, not to waste anybody's time and still make it entertaining. But this is the pace that I'm gonna keep for the next few episodes. Just make it more quick, more entertaining by not walking around the level for hours and hours trying to get every little thing, because I don't believe it's as entertaining as trying to keep the plot moving with these shorter bursts of episodes. So let me know your opinion on that. Type it in the comments below. I would be very appreciative of your input in what you want to see. Maybe I will change it up if you really want me to go out and pick up every little thing and explore every level, because they are pretty big and have a lot to offer with many different options. So if that's what you want to see, definitely let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did. I've been Void, and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.